co-host of The Pivot, 6-year NFL vet, third-round draft pick, absolute legend and champion on the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, Channing Crowder.
Yeah!
What's up, dude?
What's going on, baby? Y'all good?
Hey, how are you? You guys are killing it on The Pivot, man.
Appreciate it, man. We got, right now, the Shaq premiere's out right now on YouTube. So we got Shaq last week in Atlanta, so it's a good interview, man. We're having a good time doing it, bro.
Are you enjoying it? Because I remember talking to you guys at the Super Bowl, and you, Fred, and Ryan, obviously an incredibly tight group, good friends. You knew that there was going to be a lot of work that was going to have to go into this to build the Pivot back up or build it up. You guys have been killing it. Have you been enjoying the hell out of it?
Man, it's fun, and especially with good people. Y'all know how it is. I watch y'all show all the time, and I know y'all are all tight. So, you know what I'm saying? You get with your boys, and y'all have a common goal, and you just grind towards it. You know what I'm saying? We like a traveling band, we say. So we go everywhere, Dallas, L.A., Vegas, New York. We run around with each other, but we really enjoy each other's company. So it's almost like a boys' trip, and we get to work a little bit in it, man. It's the greatest thing ever. A lot of great feedback, man, and just meeting good people. You know how it is, man. You just like at Super Bowl. You walking down the street, bro, and you get to talk to, everybody. Von Miller ran up on us. Derrick Henry ran up on us. Hey, man, we love the show. Different people. You showed us a bunch of love, Pat, man. It's just, it's a great experience, but just really meeting the people and talking to people, bro. We love it.
It's the dumbest thing of all time that this can be a job at this stage of life. And it's awesome. We love it. I think it comes through that you guys are enjoying it as well. In the clips, you guys get great shit out of everybody. I mean, Shaq, that dude's everywhere. I assume the conversation that he had with you guys will be one of his best conversations of all time. Anything unexpected other than your 69 joke? That hit, by the way. Hey, it hit. That joke hit, by the way. Anything come out?
Yeah. Hey, Pat, his big ass K69.
No.
I know it's anatomy, man. How you gonna be there and she be there? It's fun. See, if he's doing his thing, she's looking at his belly button. So I don't know what the hell. But yeah, man, he actually is crazy. It was the first time somebody brought up his divorce from Shawnee. So he got into that, and they actually got some traction. I think it's on Shade Room now. It's getting traction, but he actually talked about his divorce, which, like we like to have fun, play around. I talk about the sex stuff all the time, but, talking to guys about real stuff, real man stuff is kind of what it is. And so that's the thing. We have fun. We talk sports, but I want to get to know you as a human because like you did, bro, you transition. You can't play ball no more. You're a human being. You're in this world. And that's what we try to get out of people. And him talking about his divorce so openly was very surprising to us. And it was great. He took full responsibility. He said, man, I was out in these streets. I was running. Yeah, check it out. It's on YouTube now. But he really opened up about his divorce, and that was probably the biggest surprise of the interview to me.
Well, that's a natural flow of a conversation, too. Like, if you're actually trying to talk to somebody and have a conversation with somebody, you're going to hit on fun shit. You're going to hit on some serious stuff. You're going to get some life stuff. I think that's why the modern era of conversation has become, so well-liked, because it's so different than all the shit we've seen in the past. And also, the guests that people get now on the internet, the Pivot gets that nobody else gets is amazing. Antonio Brown stopped by, like, full wide open in that conversation. When you're sitting down with him, did you know him before that conversation? How much did you know of him? And after that convo, what are your thoughts on it? And do you think a team should sign him, Channing? Because you're one of the only people that have talked to him that any of us have seen on the internet,
Yeah, well, being in Miami, you cross paths with a lot of people. I say that. And I party, man. I party. I stay in the strip club. Like, me and my wife went to the strip club to watch the Errol Spence fight. Me and my wife go to the strip club together. Like, I get out. I still have a good time. I'm 38 years old. But I've ran past AB, party with AB. But sitting down with him, he's a very interesting person. And I would say it would take, because Floyd put up that thing where he was like, the whole, give him $20 million. If he messes up throughout the season, you can have the $20 million. We'll give you 20. And if he doesn't, and he helps your team like we know he can, he's still one of the best receivers in the world, then you got to give him 20. So I don't know if the Floyd contract's going to work out exactly that way, because I don't know a damn GM in the world that's going to sign that contract. But he's a very smart dude, but he's different. And Pat, bro, you was in the league, you was in the locker room. It's a lot of dudes out there that can play ball. They're just different humans. And then you give somebody that's already a little different over $100 million. Money doesn't change you. Money makes you more of what you already are. And I try to explain that to people on a damn daily basis. Money, you give somebody $100 million, they're not going to be different. They're going to be more of exactly what they came out their damn mama's belly as. And that's what AB is. I think he should have a chance. I don't know if the money's going to be crazy like that, to be honest. I don't think no team's going to put $20 million into him. But he is still a top 10 receiver in the world, I do believe.
Well, whenever you think about the NFL just as a whole, it's like the 1% of all football players make it into college football, then the 1% of college football make it in the NFL. To become like a 5, 6, 10-year legend vet, it's like 0.00. You have to be unique, right? Don't you? Naturally, it is. You are a unique, special individual. There's just a lot of different ways to go about that. Hey, there is a lot of different ways to go about that. Antonio Brown's next album might be fucking banger after banger. Yeah. By the way, that thing might be, I think it's coming out tomorrow, I believe.
Here we go.
I don't know. I saw a picture of him.
From the Pit Not a Palace?
No, well, I think it's on
there.
There
we go.
Hey, there's some remixes in there. Style it. Fucking run it.
I'll tell you about AB. AB enjoys AB. He walked into the interview. He had his own soundtrack playing. AB loves him some AB. What they say? T.O. I love me some me. AB loves him some him. But Pat, isn't it justified, bro? That's what I try to say. Like, isn't it justified? Like you say, the 1% of the 1%, and then to be on top of those 1%. So you're the best receiver in the world. Some people can deal with it, man. Like Brady does a great job. You know, you play with Peyton and them. I think they do a great job. You get some of these dudes, man, and now the world is telling me I'm different than a regular human being. Man, I'm going to show out. Listen, if they would have gave me $100 million, Pat, I don't know what the hell I would be. I would have went flat out damn crazy if they gave me $100 million.
No, stay humble.
$100 million?
Hey, stay humble. Stay humble. Act like you've been there before. I ain't never fucking been there before.
We ain't been there before. None of us been there before. Hell, when they gave me my first million, I haven't been there before, and I went crazy and wasted it all up, partying, traveling, strip clubs, hanging out, man. And I think my first signing bonus after taxes was $588,000. And I was Bill Gates in my mind, bro. I was paying Jeff Bezos with $588,000. And I went flat out nut. I'm glad I got a second contract. I might be under a damn bridge right now if I get my second deal, because all that money was gone.
Hey, the guy could hit, though. They said, hey, spend that money, guy can hit. Yeah, if I wouldn't have made the team my second year, I would have had zero. After my first year, I went, you know what I mean? And everybody was like, oh, no, you got to save it or whatever. It's like, I don't know how long I'm going to have this money. And all my friends are in debt because fucking school beat up everybody. Yeah. So it's like, if I don't make the team, I'm at least going to get to, I don't know, 6 of the 7 continents. Yeah. I'm going to go party a little bit. I'm going to go everywhere. I had a blast. It's a lot easier to say, hey, manage your money whenever you maybe had it all your life. It is not as easy as everybody thinks whenever, and it's in the intro to this show. What am I supposed to do? Look at something that I want that I can definitely afford and just go, nah? Like, how am I supposed to do that? That's a real thing, though, because back in the day, 80% of athletes used to go broke or whatever. That was the whole documentary. I think now, like the pivot, we're getting very lucky to do this. A lot of guys, I think now everybody's story and vantage point is worth money. And I think a lot more people can get into our space. And I think it's going to be the future of ex-NFL players. Do you agree with that or no, Channing?
Oh, 100%, Pat. I really do believe it. And God, like you're saying, you open the door. We're opening the door for people, and they see it. Like, we got interviewed for free for years. Every goddamn time you walk in that fucking locker room, there's 35 people sitting there with cameras and mics in your face because they want your opinion. So now, let me just get my own platform. If y'all want to hear my damn opinion so bad, I'll give you my opinion, and I will benefit. I will monetize it. I will do this because we've been through stuff that a lot of people haven't been through. And that's why they want to talk to us. That's why they're interested in our opinion. And I think a lot more guys will do it. Honestly, a bunch of dudes reached out to me. I hook them up with my our producer, Alicia Zubakowski. And she's a dog. She was a part of Hard Knocks and Steve Sable and them back in the day. And I'll give them her number and be like, bro, if you want to do something, call her and she can guide you along the way. Like, build a good team. And that's the thing a lot of guys, I think ex-ball players, like, especially guys that depressed and, they don't know what to do after sports because everything was on us. Everything was on your goddamn leg. Everything was on my shoulders. And when you're on that field and goddamn LaDaina and Tomlinson's in the flat and I got to tackle him, there's nobody in the fucking world that can help me do that. So I think players are, like you get caught up in that, I have to do it. I have to be the guy. I have to, generate whatever I generate. Bro, get you a damn team. Get a good team together. Like me and Freddie. Me and Freddie left the other place, came over, got Ryan, met, knew Ryan, but then brought Ryan on. And we knew he was a good dude. We have a good production staff. Like, talk to people, communicate with people, use good people. And I think that's what players are finding out now. is that our voices want to be heard. People are interested in what the hell we're doing, and also, bro, you don't have to go out there and hit the game-winning goddamn field goal or the coffin corner kick and all. I'm trying to relate to the kicking.
Yeah, I saw you. You're real professional. Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, I heard you did like 3
times. But all that,
but
you don't have. It's not just you anymore. Like, get you a team, get you financial people, get you a good CPA, get you a good goddamn producer if you want to do TV. Use people around you and build a team. And that's what the fucking billionaires do. Why wouldn't we do it, even if we don't have that kind of money? Build a damn team.
Well, it also helps for guys that like miss the team, you know, like that team camaraderie part whenever people get away from the game. You know, they get a little jaded by the NFL, but then they miss like hanging out and having a bullshit. Like, I'm very lucky for my guys here. Like, every single day we bullshit, get a chance, and we're actually like, you know, playing and attacking something together. It's very similar to what was going on whenever we were playing football or whatever. It's just a different avenue. I'm excited for the future. Let's talk about the future of the NFL, Channing. Fucking big money. Hey, they know they're the king of the world right now, too. Might have the Walton family's in on the Broncos, so I guess there's other venture capitalist things that are like, well, if fucking Walmart's in on it, we might as well not even waste our money because they are going to outbid everybody. Now the Commanders, who knows what's going to happen with them, even though they're saying they didn't do anything wrong. People are thinking they're going to get forced. 11 years, $110 billion media rights deal. That's not even including the stadium deals and the merch deal and everything like that they have going on there. The future of the NFL is great, which is good for us. What do you think about on field? Do you think the future of the game is in good hands from when you played to what it is now, and then what it will be like 10 years from now when we're looking at maybe like a $400 million salary cap for some teams, $300 million salary cap?
Oh. Yeah. Oh, no, the NFL's healthy as hell. NFL's the fat cow.
Yeah,
you look at the field and you see them little anemic motherfuckers, and you see one of them fat cows walking around. The NFL is the fat cow. They are not struggling. Bro, they net $9 billion a year, and it goes up every year. They're not hurting. I think the game, honestly, being a banger, being one of them old school guys, which I am, the whole kill the head, the body dies and all that, let's knock the quarterback out and, bounty gate and all that stuff. Like, that was the NFL we played in. NFL now is different. You know what I'm saying? It's changing. And I think it's better for the game. I think the safety part is good, but it is great for the game. And one thing that people are surprised when I always talk about it, they're like, oh, but, me and Zach Thomas talk about it. Zach Thomas tells me all the time, we'll be sitting with our kids playing in his backyard. I go to Zach's house because his house is way goddamn big.
Big contracts. Yeah.
Yeah, so we go over to Zach's house. We're sitting there, and he's like, bro, we would have got fined every game.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you have a fullback running through the B gap, I'm going to avoid his head. He's about to try to break my damn sternum. No, it was a whole different game. It was a whole different approach to the game. It was a whole different, that barbarian. Have you met some of these young players, Pat? Soft is a hard word, but they're not built like I want to go out there and embarrass another grown-ass man. I want to go out there and choke a bitch to death. They don't live like that.
Yeah.
Like, they want to do their job and get their check and go play Roblox or whatever these young bastards do nowadays. I don't know what they play. But it's like talking to a Junior Seau, talking to a Joey Porter. Those guys I play with, Keith Traylor, big Bonnie Holiday, those dudes. And now talking to these guys nowadays, bro, it's not a barbaric sport anymore. And that's good. The business is booming, as AB always says. Business is booming, and the changes are where the world is going. So I hate Roger Goodell. I made it perfectly clear. I can't stand Roger Goodell's ass. But I do think he can run a business well because he's the watchdog for the 31 owners. We know Green Bay's publicly owned and all that. Yeah, but he's the watchdog and the voice of 31 owners that he works for. He does not work for the players, and that's why I can't stand his damn ass. But he does know how to make money, and that's what everybody in the league wants, that damn money.
Still a dangerous game. Still, obviously, collisions and everything. Just a completely different mindset. We had James Harrison and AJ Hawk on at the same time. And James Harrison, he got like $1 million of fines. And AJ is the most Ohio dude of all time. So, he's just Rydell. And he goes, oh, Adam's apple, not to the chin. I was aiming for the Adam's apple or whatever. It's like, okay. That's a completely different mindset to the game. But I think the speeding, they're making the game faster. They're making guys faster. They're making everything kind of open up. At some point, it'll become too much. Then we'll all bitch about it, At some point, it'll happen.
Oh, yeah. It's all offense, bro. They don't want no 17-10 game. That shit's boring. They want a 45-42 game. That's what fans want, and that's what they want. I hate it for cornerback because if you damn breathe on somebody, they're throwing a flag. If you touch his nipple, they're gonna throw a flag. Like
Hey,
it's a different game. I understand it, but I still, as that old mentality, Pat, I still look at it. The Pro Bowl this year turned my damn stomach. They didn't even touch each other.
Hey.
They weren't even playing football.
They need
that
not.
like that when you go over the edge, that gets to me. When guys start tackling the dude and helping him up. Don't help him up. Let that motherfucker stay on the ground. What are you doing? But it's a whole new mentality. I'm telling you, if y'all have not talked to a 21, 22-year-old NFL player, go and talk to one and just see the difference in what they think. But the speed of the game, the points, that's what everybody wants. That's what people want. That's what fans want. And that's about the money thing. So they're going to continue to legislate the game to score more points.
Yeah, I retired 5 years ago. In the locker room from when I first got in to 5 years ago was already making quite a shift. And although I liked the dudes, I enjoyed them as humans, it was just so much different. I mean, it was just night and day from what I came into. It'll only continue to change as the world changes. I don't think there's anybody in the NFL pissing on themselves right now, though. You know what I mean? I don't think...
That's old school, baby. Bro, the funniest thing in the world about this is that it reemerges about every 2 years. So I was doing, was it LT? Somebody was getting put in the Hall of Fame, and they did the 30 for 30s, or NFL Network did the little shows when guys got put in the Hall of Fame. And so I'm sitting down and we're talking about it, Oh, this guy was good. Yeah, I played him in 06 when he had the rushing title. And I'm talking about LT. I think in Tom Brady, too, I'd done a couple of them. And I'm talking. And so they start wrapping up at the end. And the cameraman's, taking his little earplugs out and all that crap. And then the guy looks at me. He was like, hey, is there anything interesting that you would want to tell us about like your career, any cool stories? And then I was like, you know what? I peed on myself every game. They started pointing. Hey, get back on the camera. Put your earplugs back here. Let's go. They started shuffling around, and I went and told the story, and then so I tell it, and it doesn't really get any legs for like a year and a half, 2 years. Then all of a sudden somebody runs it, and it blows up, and then it goes back down, and it blows up again, and then recently it blew up again. But what happened was,
you see,
I used to take so much shit before the game. Just the Red Line, the Red Bull, the B12 shots, the Tourhouse shots, the just banging emergencies, and anything that said energy on it, I was going to chug it before I went on that field. Take a half a Vicodin before the game, a half a Vicodin at halftime. I was on shit when I was out there running around.
Toradol and a fight.
I'm telling you. Toradol is one of the best drugs ever created.
All time, that thing.
Bro, you walk into the locker room, can't even bend your ankle, get that shot, listen to 2 damn songs on your iPad. Next thing you know, you feel like you're 9 years old again. There you go, baby.
Hey, you remember?
I know.
Hey, Janet, you remember when they were going to try to get rid of Toradol? They were going to try to get rid of Toradol. And they were like, all right, we're going to get rid of this. And the NFLPA, like, it's the first time the NFLPA, I think it's because all the vets are on there, were like, hey, you get rid of Toradol, you're going to lose about 60 to 70% of this league or whatever. All right, we'll back it off. We'll back it off on the Toradol talk. For the good of everybody, we will back off the Toradol talk. But it's bad for you. Everybody needs to know it's bad for you. It's like, well, no shit. What it does to our body, we assume there's some rippling side effects that are going to happen 30 years from now. It was unbelievable, Toradol.
Oh, okay. I know my kidneys and livers are shot. I go on it. Then they try to sneak and give you the pills, Pat. So you don't want to give me the shot, but you going to give me a big handful of pills. It's the same shit you put in my body. You know what's in my stomach. Like, it was the craziest thing in the world. But I would take all that crap right before the game. And then you drink all that crap, you got to pee.
Oh, yeah.
So my rookie year, it was like the 3rd game. And I had to pee, and the Dolphins, we shared the stadium with the Marlins. So they had the little dugout right behind the bench. So I go back in the bench, and they had a little bathroom in the dugout. So I go in the dugout, and I hear the whole crowd go crazy. So I'm assuming that we scored. So I'm like, okay, we scored. I'm gonna finish, peeing, and I'm gonna come back up. We actually turned the ball, though. I think Ronnie fumbled. So then I come back out and we're on defense, and I missed the series, and I go up and my head coach is like, man, where the hell were you at? So they were like, no, you're out this series. So I look, and I'm a rookie too. I'm playing, bro. We had a 3-4. The 4 linebackers were me, Zach Thomas, Junior Seau, and Jason Taylor. I was playing with legends. and my little young dumbass is missing a series because I want to go pee. At that moment, moving forward, I said, I'm not leaving this field no damn more. I piss right down my leg. And I do it 3-4 times a game. I take a knee, pee on my leg, take some water, squirt it off, wipe it down, throw the towel away. And you're good to go.
So you would take a knee to do this? Hold on, Jay. You would take a knee. You weren't just doing it just standing there, right? You weren't just standing like people do in the ocean when they go in the ocean and they get to about waist high and they just kind of stand there like they're at a urinal, but they're not. And it takes some people a little bit of time. For you, you were taking a knee and it was just flowing every single time easily, no problem. How you doing? On the field, off the field?
It would be on the field sometimes. Yeah. In the middle of a serious timeout, I don't want to run off, but I would take the knee, I would put the knee down depending on which way my swiper was hanging. So if my man was hanging left, I put the left knee down. My man was hanging right, I put the right knee down. And during the game, your little man boggles around a little bit. So I would adjust him and take that knee and put it down. Yeah. The worst time was I forgot I had a hamstring injury. I forgot I had on neoprene them pants, them shorts. And so I start peeing, but I don't see the stream. And I'm like, oh, damn, I have these neoprene shorts on. So now it's a damn half a gallon of pee stuck in my crotch and it's sloshing around. So as I'm walking, I'm feeling the pee slosh all around. And I was like, yeah, this might not have been a good decision with the hamstring injury. But after that series, I went and pulled the little neoprene and ran it on down the knee. But a lot of big boys do it. A lot of linemen do it, and they lie about it. Man, all I had to lie about. I peed on myself. That's what the hell happened.
Yeah, but you had good intentions. You didn't want to miss another snap. It's good of the team. You were pissing all over yourself. For the good of the team, you were willing to go ahead and take a knee in front of 70,000 people and piss into your scuba fit, by the way, which is basically what a new it's a scuba. Oh, you were the fucking best. You were a gem. Go ahead, Todd.
Channing, I don't know if you've had the opportunity to watch the USFL yet, but to put it lightly, it absolutely fucking stinks. Do you ever think there's going to be a spring football league that works? And because they're trying to make it a feeder system. Is that ever going to happen, or is it just always going to be college, you think?
It's good. That's what college is a damn feeder system. I said it, and people got on me. I said The Rock is wasting his goddamn money with the XFL. Like, it's not gonna work. You are used to seeing the best athletes in the world. They can't make it to the NFL, so now you're gonna take the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth stringers and put them on the field. I don't want to watch the eighth stringer.
Bro, it's so bad, Chan. And I feel like snooty almost because I got to watch NFL. I had a front row seat to NFL football every single day. You were in it obviously when you were there, but I'm a football snob now almost. It's this is terrible football. It is hard for me to get behind bad football, Jen. It's really difficult for me to do.
Oh, it's hard for me to watch the MAC and that MACtion Tuesday night MACtion and crap. Bro, give me Big 10, Big 12, SEC for sure. SEC is the man, but give me that. I don't like you said. I know what good football looks like. I know the USFL, the XFL. What was the damn AFF? They didn't even make it through a season. Right. They folded in the middle of a season. Yeah. You're not. The feeder program is college. If you're not good enough by the time you leave college, and this is what people tweet me all the time when I bring this up. Well, what about the guys who didn't make it? They didn't make it. That's what happened. They didn't make it. That's why they're not playing the NFL. They didn't make it. Now you want to give them somewhere else to go and try to make it again? No. If they decided not to put you on a team, you're not on a team. And I'm not watching that crap. I watched Tom Brady for years, Peyton Manning, Patrick Mahomes now, Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson. I'm watching those guys. I don't even know these quarterbacks in the USFL. Nobody knows their names. Todd Haley's there, I think. I'm not. Whoever said, I need to watch Todd Haley's on. It's not going to be successful. Whoever put money into it is wasting their money. I honestly feel that way about all those. I call them ancillary or secondary leagues. I don't think none of them going to make it.
Listen, Todd Haley did not deserve that, but he understands that is the case. I do believe he understands that is the case. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, Channing, you're talking about kind of the new NFL. Another new thing is kind of the young offensive guru head coaches. You guys got one in Miami with Mike McDaniel. What's the vibe like around town? Are people believing in him already, or what do we think?
Oh, yeah, they love him. They love him now. This season ain't start yet. He's charismatic. He's fun. Him and Tua had a charity event. They're hugging and dancing together and crap, which is great. because Brian Flores didn't really believe in Tua. He was pulling his ass out for Fitzy for a couple years, and then he was putting Jacoby Brissett in on fourth down and all kind of goofy crap. He didn't believe in Tua, so his belief in Tua, he's trying to amp up that he's going to develop Tua. That's what everybody wants to see, because you got to have a quarterback to win. But the proof's in the pudding. Like, Sean McVay was a genius. Then Josh McDaniels left. He was supposed to be a genius before McVay, and his ass ran right back to daddy in New England from Broncos because he wasn't ready for that crap. Them young coaches, they're going to work out. You're going to find a couple. But taking every guy that's ever been a part of an offense that's under 30, 35 is this guru. Listen, boy, I've watched Andy Reid call games. I've watched Bill Belichick call games. These dudes aren't them. They got to prove to me they're them. I respect McVay. I'll tell you that. McVay knows what the hell he's doing. Obviously, he won a damn Super Bowl. But, yeah, McDaniels right now, I got to see what goes on before I say, yeah, he's the next one. You ain't the next one until you do it, till you succeed, till you win 11, 12 games. And that's what I'm waiting for.
McDaniel told us when he was in here, he said, I am a 0-win coach right now in the NFL. Everybody, this is awesome. So I think he even acknowledges that. But most of these guys are going to fail. I mean, that's just like the draft. Hey, just like the draft. Like, we are hyped. Now, we have a draft spectacular every single year, and it is our biggest show. We have no idea why. Honestly, we have no idea. It's our worst show. We know nothing about any of these people, but it is a celebration. We have big-time guests when we do that. 50 to 60% of these guys in the first round aren't going to work. And then once you go to like the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh, it drops to like 80, 85, 90% of these guys aren't even going to make it into the NFL. What do you think it is the separator between the guys that make it in the NFL and the guys that don't make it in the NFL? Because everybody's fucking good, obviously. Yeah. Why do you think some guys make it and some guys don't? Because the fail rate is much higher than anybody wants to talk about.
I think that the mental toughness, but not just the cliche mental toughness of walking in and going against those dogs, those grown dogs. And I say it this way. In college, everybody's there. We all got a dorm. We might have a little bullshit apartment somewhere, but we're all living the same life. You go out with these men that have 7, 8 mortgages, divorced twice, paying alimony and stuff. Them boys is out there to get it in. So I think the first thing is you don't know. I remember Keith Traylor, the first day of pads, he wouldn't talk to nobody. And everybody knew me and Truck were tight. So they'd be like, linemen would come to me like, man, what's wrong with Truck? I said, Truck is about to go out here and whoop y'all's ass for 3 hours. I don't know if y'all understand what's about to happen when Big Keith Traylor at 380 gets pissed off in his zero. And then he go out there and commence to whooping their ass, and they wouldn't be ready for it. So I think part of it is the mentality of knowing this is a job and you're trying to take my job. And the other half is intelligence. There's been guys that was faster, stronger, bigger, power, lifting the fucking weight room up. And then we get in the meeting room and they can't even put a sentence together about football. They don't, what play is this, coach? It's a lead. It's a lead. It's the simplest football play in the history of time. What play is this? It's a goddamn lead, boy. And it was just, you just see the mentality where they don't really know football. So you got to come in with that dog in you, knowing that you're really, when you get in the league, you're taking another grown man's job, taking food off his table. And on top of that, the intelligence, man. I don't know if college coaches are not capable of it, but I don't think college coaches teach football. Like, I was lucky to have Charlie Strong at Florida. So Charlie Strong taught me football. I don't think a lot of these dudes teach guys football. I think they see a guy that runs a 4-4 and just let him go out there and run around in circles.
Especially with how basic college defenses are, too. College defenses are so basic, and they're only getting more and more basic with everybody doing the RPO. Like, all right, you're just going to read this, you're going to read that. And then once you get, there's fucking Aaron and Tom and Peyton just like looking around. Now Mac Jones, Joey Burrow seem to be these young guys that have the Josh Allen. Mahomes said he's starting to understand defenses. They can start manipulating fucking guys' athleticism against them almost. Like, the more athletic guys almost end up in a worse spot because they're faster. So it's like, hey, dumbass, we're just going to get you to move right here. And then bang! Right over your fucking head every single time. It was awesome watching Peyton work, like on a day-to-day, how they would set up plays just for one particular fucking guy that they knew was maybe weak or didn't know what was going on. And it's like our entire game plan is just to fucking manipulate this idiot right here. And that's a thing that I don't think a lot of people understand. They're young guys coming into the NFL.
Oh, yeah, they're going to find the bitch. I coach high school. I just stopped. I coached for 5 years. Just stopped last year when the pivot and all that blew up.
Hey, hell of a run, coach. Hell of a run, coach. Way to go, coach them up.
Yeah. I mean, 5 years. That's all I have for them kids, man.
Yeah,
Kids don't damn listen, and they're pleasant nowadays. You can't tell them to knock nobody out. Well, coach, I might hurt myself. Get your ass out of here. I'm not worried about it. But I used to tell them, I used to say, listen, they're preparing for us the same way we're preparing for them. So if you got your ass roasted 4 times last game, expect them to put that best receiver on you and try to roast your ass. I would do the exact same thing back to them. But a lot of it's the football IQ that people don't have, man. People don't understand that. And to be honest, I was the bitch a couple games. Like I bring up LT and Reggie Bush. We played the Saints when Reggie was Reggie, and they come out in empty. They knowing I had to go cover somebody. They ran Reggie out the backfield knowing I had to go out with him. And I looked around, and my football IQ said, this is a bad goddamn situation. So I looked over to Jeremiah Bell. Jeremiah Bell was over in cover 2 over top of me. I said, just lock him up, cover him. I'll go back in the middle of the field and rat. And I would, and the coach was like, what are you doing wearing this? I said, Coach, I'm not getting embarrassed in front of all these people. Who the hell am I to cover Reggie Bush? I'm 250-pound middle linebacker. I shouldn't be out here on this bastard. So but that thought is what a lot of guys don't know. They just, okay, I'm on number 2 week. Number 2 week is Randy Moss, bitch.
All right, we appreciate you.
You want to cover?
Hey, we got to go. You're the best. The Pivot. Every single Wednesday on youtube.com/The Pivot and podcast.
Yeah, Tuesday at noon. We drop every Tuesday at noon.
Fuck, ladies and gentlemen, Channing Crowder. Thank you, Channing. Hit the intro, hour 2.
The Pat McAfee Show.